Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Enrique Eddy and for today's video I'm talking to you about the perfect t-shirt. As you already know, the t-shirt is one of the most basic and most essential pieces of your wardrobe. But did you know that the fit really matters? And no, I'm not just talking about the basic areas that we already know of, like the shoulders, the armpits, the body. No, the fit of the t-shirt goes far beyond those areas into many specific areas, which is what I'm going to be covering in this video. However, firstly, you need to understand why the fit of a t-shirt is very important. Three things. Number one, if you wear a fitted t-shirt, it's going to show off your body more. For example, my arms, right? If I were to wear an oversized t-shirt, it's going to hide the size of my arms, right? But if I wear something fitted like this, you're going to see the actual size of my arms, right? So it's very important that you understand the fit, right? That's obviously more specific to the sleeves, but in general, the fit of a t-shirt can show the size of your body or it can hide it in some way. So that's the first one. Number two is that it's going to elevate your look, right? It's going to elevate your outfit. This is just my opinion, but a fitted t-shirt looks far better than an oversized t-shirt. Right? It's going to make your outfit stand out, right? Because when it's fitted, right, and it hugs all the right places, it shows off your body more. It shows it off and you're not even undressed, right? You're still wearing a t-shirt, but it simply shows your body better. So it's going to elevate your look, which leads into number three, which is look better, feel better, okay? If I look at myself in the mirror and I'm wearing something that fits well, and I like the way I look, I like what I see in the mirror, I'm going to feel good. You look good, and then you feel good. I'm going to be focusing on 6 specific areas of a t-shirt in which the fit really does matter. Starting with number 1, which is the neck. Now, you have 2 kinds of necks. You have crew necks, which is what I'm wearing right now, and you have V-necks, which is what I'm showing you right now. Now, for crew necks, you got to keep 3 things in mind. The first thing is the neck, okay? You want the neck to be smooth, crisp, okay? You don't want it to be all wrinkly. That doesn't look good, okay? It's not going to look good and it's not going to feel good even. The second thing is that you don't want it to be too tight, okay? I remember that I bought a long sleeve t-shirt once and it was so uncomfortable because it was really tight. Like I literally had to be pulling like this to just get it loose, okay? And obviously that's not ideal because that's not comfortable. And it leads into the third thing, which is stretching. You don't want to stretch out your t-shirt or you don't want it to be stretched out or loose, okay? Because even though the crew neck t-shirt is somewhat round, it could be too deep, okay? It could be too loose. So you don't want a crew neck that's too loose. Ideally, I'd recommend you get something like this. It could even be a little lower than this, that's fine. But you don't want a crew neck to be that low. For the V-neck, the only thing is that you don't want it to be too deep. So like I'm showing you right now, a V-neck length like that, I think is perfect. You could even go a little deeper if you want to show off more of your chest muscles and your man cleavage. However, deeper than that, I simply don't think it looks good. Nextly, we have the shoulders. Now, for the shoulders, it's something very quick and basic to understand. I'm talking about the lines. So you see these lines here. Now, the rule I want you to follow is the following. The more inner, the more inside the lines come, usually the t-shirt is going to fit you tighter and smaller. However, the more on the outside the lines go, it's going to fit you bigger and larger. It can still fit you good, but it's simply a little bit more outside, or it can still fit you in, but it simply fits well and comfortable, okay? But you should keep this in mind when you're really determining the fit and the tightness of the t-shirt. Number 3 is the sleeve. Now, for the sleeve, you have fit and you have length. For the length, you don't want something that's too short, like a girl t-shirt that doesn't look good, that's feminine, and you also don't want something that's too long, okay? Because the longer it is, the more less of your arm you're going to see. It's going to hide more of your arm, okay? So you want something like this that's somewhat in the middle, okay? It could be a bit higher, it could be a bit like this, but you don't want something high or low. You want something around this length that's going to show off your arm more. And for the fit, you don't want something that's too tight, right? I once bought a t-shirt that was really tight and I turned it into a rash guard, right? So if you get something like a compression t-shirt that is that tight and uncomfortable, obviously that's going to be a no-go. So you don't want it to be too tight. You also don't want it to be loose. What you want it to be is like this, okay? Fitted. It hugs your arm, okay? So that it shows off your arm, okay? You can see the size of your arms. That's why the fit and the length of the sleeves really matters in a t-shirt. And it's one of the most important areas of the t-shirt so that you can see and that you can feel good, look good, Number 4, we got the pecs. I can't move my chest like The Rock. But okay, for the chest, it's a few very basic things. Number 1, you don't want it to be tight or loose. Now, what I mean by this is that if it's something so loose, it's usually going to affect the neck as well. So you want something that's more fitted, but you also don't want something that's too tight because it's not going to be very comfortable, okay? Now, the second thing, which is something to keep in mind, is that if you work out, right, or if you're fat, whatever, the chest is going to cover itself on its own, right? So if you work out right and you got a big chest, that's going to puff out more on its own, right? Because usually t-shirts are a little bit more fitted than the chest. However, what I recommend for you when you're looking for one is something that's not too tight and not loose, something that fits just right on the chest. Nextly, we have the body, okay? This right here. Now, as you can see, the fit of this t-shirt on the body is not something that's too loose. It's not really loose, but it's not too tight. It's a little bit in between. It's slightly loose, okay? You don't want something that's too tight because number one, it's not going to look good, and number two, it's definitely not going to feel good, okay? You also don't want something that's too loose, okay? It's too baggy. That doesn't look good either. You want something that's a little bit more fitted, but also slightly loose. That's what's going to look the best, and that's what's going to feel the best, right? It's going to give you that breathability. It's going to give you that comfort. And finally, number 6 is the length of the t-shirt here. Now, this could be a problem potentially for some people. It is for me because I'm a short guy. I'm really short. I'm 5'3", right? If you're not short, it's not going to be that big a deal. Let me tell you why. Because usually t-shirts are manufactured in some way, in some specific size. So what I mean by this is that usually when a company is making a t-shirt, right, when they're designing the t-shirt and they're deciding the sizes, small, medium, large, whatever, they're making it to a standard size, right? That's why sometimes a t-shirt might fit you too nicely on the arms or it might fit you too loose because it's not meant to be that specific to you, that tailored to you. It's not. It's a general size in order to fit as many people as they can, obviously for the profit, all right? So, however, if you're taller, the length really shouldn't be that big of a deal. But if you're a short person like me, it's usually going to be very hard to find a t-shirt that fits you nicely on the length. So my rule for the length is this. You don't want it to go past your pockets right here, but you also don't want it to go too high. I'd recommend it covers around your belt. I think that's the ideal length. Now, as you can see, this t-shirt here, if I really pulled it down, it would around cover my pockets, right? So what you can do is you can sort of lift it up if you want to, okay? And this obviously is going to look better than if it were too low or if it were too high. So focus on the length as well. So finally, I'm going to be leaving you with an example, okay? 2 t-shirts. Now, number 1, the one that you're seeing right here, as you can see, it's not really an oversized t-shirt, but the fit is definitely not ideal for me. You can see that the sleeves are a bit bigger, that the body is a bit too loose for my taste, okay? It's not terrible, it's not bad, but it's simply not an ideal fit. Compared to the second one, which is the one that I was wearing in the video, you can see that the fit is a lot better. You can see that the neck fits nicely, right? It's not too loose. It's nicely smooth. The shoulders fit nice. The sleeves, the length is good. The tightness of the sleeves is good. The chest also fits pretty nice and shows off the muscles as well as the body, both in the fit of the length. It's something that's not too tight, but it's not loose either. It's slightly loose and it's not that long. I'm going to be ending off with a bonus tip, okay? And the bonus tip is the second kind of fit. Now, what I mean by this, you have oversized t-shirts, number 1, which is definitely not what we're going for. You have regular t-shirts, which in some cases, I have regular t-shirts that fit me pretty well. Most of them aren't going to fit me that well because I'm a shorter guy and I'm not really big, right? I'm somewhat fit, but I'm not big, okay? And then you have the next 2, which are slim fit and muscle fit. Now, 4, right? Oversized t-shirts, you obviously don't want that. Muscle fit t-shirts, I wouldn't recommend that for you because they're really, really tight. I've tried out a few in my life. I've tried out long sleeves, I've tried out short sleeves, and they're just tight. They don't look at it and don't feel comfortable. Regular t-shirts, you could potentially find one that fits you well. What I recommend for you is that if your size that you're trying out doesn't fit you well, go for a smaller size, okay? With a regular t-shirt, if the size that you're wearing right now doesn't fit you well, if you try a smaller size, that could go well for you. Or you could try slim fit clothing. Now, slim fit clothing is like skinny jeans, slim jeans, and regular jeans, right? Skinny jeans can be tighter, slim jeans are somewhat in the middle between regular and skinny. So same thing here, right? Slim is in between muscle and in between regular. It's not too tight, but it's not loose. It fits pretty well. Obviously, you got to try some out because some are a bit tighter than others, right? But generally, you will find nice slim fit clothing. Like this t-shirt, for example, this t-shirt is from H&M, and it's a slim fit t-shirt, okay? Size small. Now, they have extra small, small, medium, large, whatever. They have many sizes, okay? You just got to try out and find your size. Boom. So that's it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you learned something new. I'm really hyped. I'm really stoked. You know why? I'm filming this video Friday as you're watching it. But tomorrow is UFC 262. Boom. No, that was a terrible round kick. But anyways, I will see you next time. You still there? Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.